All right, while the markets were focused on the results of the European bank stress tests, French drug maker Sanofi-Aventis was grabbing headlines of its own. Two people familiar with the matter say Sanofi has made a bid for American biotechnology company Genzyme, and Dominic, too, joins us with the details. Dom?
Yeah, basically what's going to happen here is Genzyme talking about doing a possible deal here, going forward. Remember, these guys had been talked about as being a potential buyer for some biotech for some while here now. Apparently, Sanofi-Aventis approached Genzyme a couple weeks ago about a possible merger. That from sources with knowledge about the matter. Those same sources also said that the potential valuation for the deal is less than $20 billion, and it would potentially create a drug and biotech behemoth. Sanofi-Aventis makes a lot of the brands that our viewers may have heard of, things like Plavix, Ambien, Allegra, among many other brands out there. And Genzyme is the biggest maker of medicines for genetic diseases. So, Matt, this could be a big deal in bio and pharma together.
And that stock has got to be up huge on the takeover speculation. I mean, I saw it really driving the entire markets this afternoon when that report came out.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, those shares for Genzyme are up now. I mean, you can see it here, just up 20-some%, the biggest one-day jump going back years and years. Shares are around 65.75 right now, and like you'd expect, shares of Sanofi-Aventis are down now around 4 or 5%. Now, we'll be following this to see if there's any other action from biotechs in the space, perhaps consolidation in the drug and biotech industry in the offing. But, Matt, for the time being, markets are digesting this potentially multi-billion-dollar link-up between drugs and biotech right now.
All right, Dom, thanks very much for that. For more on this possible acquisition, let's go to Geoffrey Porges. He is vice president and senior analyst at Sanford C. Bernstein and Company. He covers Genzyme there for us. He joins us by the telephone here. Jeff, thanks for taking some time out for us today on this Friday afternoon. Let me ask you, first of all, about any possible deal here. I mean, as far as price, what would you expect to see?
Yeah, look, I think the stock is reflecting part of the value, but I suspect Genzyme shareholders are going to be looking for much of where this stock was a couple of years ago, which is in the high 70s.
So they want to see a turnaround because Genzyme stock has had a problem over the last couple of years. It's been in decline.
Yeah, the stock has really suffered with some manufacturing problems. They've had FDA issues. They've been unable to supply the market with their key products. There's been some strategic issues. You've had activist investors getting involved, changes in the board. The company's probably on its way out of those problems, but it still has quite a ways to go. So, it's not out of the woods yet. And people had speculated that it was a little bit early for a potential buyer. But, ICON has two representatives on the board, and they're always looking for buyers for companies they're involved in.
I mean, if they're on their way out of these problems and they're recovering fine by themselves, why sell?
Well, you have a management team there that's been really involved since the company was founded, or a few of them have come on more recently. They've been through a really tough time, and I think they are looking for a graceful exit. So it wouldn't surprise me to see something like this happen rather than to see management transition and all the turbulence associated with this.
As far as Sanofi goes, we've been hearing about that they have been on a shopping spree, really looking for something. Biogen today down, Allergen down. Are these a couple of the companies you think that maybe could have been taken up but got lost in the shuffle?
Well, there was a short list of names of companies that Sanofi may have been interested in, and they've been looking around the biotech space for a while, and that's why you have Biogen involved. In some ways, this is a more interesting transaction for them. It's a company that's beaten down. It's a turnaround candidate. There's a lot of improvements in profitability that you can make if you're Sanofi, and it gets them into some interesting new businesses.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Geoff Porges there from Sanford C. Bernstein.